Mayor Pollan,
Here.
Vice Mayor Satula,
Here.
Councilman Smith, Town Manager Hicks.
All right, now the next item on the agenda is approval of minutes.
I make a motion. Thank you.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Okay. Moving on to reports of officers, boards, and committees. First, the permits report.
Building, use, and occupancy sign permits issued during the month of December 2015. Building permits, December 11th, Julian Frazier, 4674 Strauss Avenue for a carport. December 21st, Solar City for David and Yvonne Brown, 204 Beecher Avenue for solar panels. December 21st, Solar City for Lakeisha Johnson, 100 Woodland Drive solar panels. December 28th, Boone's Roofing Incorporated for Anitha Shumpert, 32 Meadowside Court, replace roof sheathing and shingles. Use and occupancy permits, December 9th, Shannon Saya, 41 Poplar Lane for solar panels. December 9th, Prince Ebson, 101 Riverwatch Drive, finished basement. December 9th, Timothy Collins, 18 First Street for a shed. There were no temporary use and occupancy permits. Demolition permits, December 8th, Dennis Wamsley, 4005 Indian Head Highway. December 8th, Dennis Wamsley, 4011 Indian Head Highway. December 8th, David and Tanat Crock, 40. All of those were for demolition of existing building. There were no grading permits, no sign permits, and no temporary sign permits.
All right, thank you. On to finance report with Ginger.
Finance report for December 2015. Beginning cash balance, $828,207.31. Total revenues, $61,493.98. Total expenditures, $399,950.36, with an ending cash balance of $489,750.93. Total investments, $910,936 even. Any questions?
Thank you.
Town Manager's Report, December 2015. Please have your trash curbside by 7:30 a.m. on the day of your scheduled pickup. As always, new members are still needed for the Board of Zoning Appeals, Planning Commission, Ethics Commissions, Park and Recreation, and Environmental Sustainability Committee. Work on the Connector Trail and Trailhead Plaza is complete. That job is finished. Please contact the Town Hall if you'd like a new 95-gallon toter for recycling delivered to your home or place of business. Newsletters are now digital. Please provide the Town Hall with your email address. The town is working with the Naval Base, Charles County, the Military Affairs Council, and Maryland Broadband to provide fiber in the town. The town has received a $360,000 TAP grant to install a picnic pavilion and restrooms on the Village Green. We will have our first kickoff meeting this month. Buildings outside of the base gate, demolition has begun. We hope to have the remaining debris removed this month. The town's annual audit is complete. The town's budget process is well underway. The leaf vacuum truck is no longer in service. Please place leaves in the appropriate containers and/or bags. And last but not least, the town, along with Charles County, is working on an Urban Land Institute study for the town of Indian Head. Code Enforcement Report, December 2015. The town issued 18 notices of violations during the month. Bless you. 4 trash and debris, 7 rental license violations, 5 property maintenance, 1 grass and weed, 1 vehicle violation, and the town performed 10 rental inspections during the month. There was no planning commission.
All right, on to Bureau of Fire Prevention report.
Good evening, everybody. For the month of December, 25 fire responses, 14 were within the town limits, 11 were areas within Charles County and surrounding counties. We had 26 emergency medical service calls, and we completed 200 hours of training. Also, of course, everyone knows we had a successful Santa run. Thank you for those that were out there. No errors and no complaints that I know of. For the year, 325 fire emergency responses. We had 1,296 personnel respond for those responses. We had 182 that were within the town limits, and 142 that were in Charles County and surrounding counties. 506 emergency medical service calls, which is way up from the last couple of years, which for us is a good thing, for the citizens, not such a good thing. So you take the good with the bad. 1,133 personnel responded for those calls. We completed 2,235 hours of training through departmental drills and formal education at other facilities. Our fire prevention activities tracked 400 hours for the year, and we tracked 450 hours in meetings, i.e. town meetings, departmental meetings, county meetings, state meetings, that kind of stuff. So it was kind of a busy year. Highlights, of course, we added on to the firehouse, our little parking garage or whatever you want to call that on the back. But other than that, it's been a successful and somewhat quiet year. So let's see if we can do the same. Real quick, within the last week, we've had 2 responses. One was in the town, and the other one was at Mattawoman Court, which is in the town, I guess, but the first one's really not our area of first due, but 2 kitchen fires. When we're cooking, we gotta pay attention, okay? The first one, someone put food on the stove, went upstairs to do something else, ended up with a pretty significant kitchen fire. The one we had the other night in Mattawoman Court, someone turned a burner on by accident, had a plastic container on top of the burner. Thank goodness they were home, caught it before it really got out of control, but there about $25,000 worth of damage to that one as well. So again, whenever you're cooking, somebody's around the stove, we gotta pay attention. Both houses had working smoke detectors, thank goodness. And again, if you need those, let Karen or myself know, and we'll try to get out and get those put up for you at no cost. Any questions, comments? Oh, last thing, the ladder truck. I know I brought up before we're in the business or we're in the process. We have made our final decision. We're getting ready to go to the Board of Fire and Rescue for Charles County in February for final approval. Just real quick, $1.1 million. That's all. That's it. No. I wish, but no. Any questions or comments? Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank you and for volunteering to do what you do for us. Very thankless job. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. And again, that's what we do. There's a few of us that are crazy enough to run into a building burning when everybody else is running out. So that's what we do. Thank you very much.
On to community affairs with Karen.
Happy New Year.
I'd like to first start out by thanking everyone who attended our tree lighting ceremony, gingerbread house classes, holiday festival, and ribbon ceremony and community dinner, all held in December. And special thanks to everyone responsible for for helping to make each of those successful. Actually all of these, the community dinner is the newest one we've done. I think it's in its 5th year. The tree lighting program goes back longer than me working here. I've been here 20 years and a volunteer here in the town since the 1980s. And I know tree lighting's been going on 40, where are you, Dennis, Margie? 40 plus years or so, pretty much. Something we look forward to every year. And our holiday festival is about 25 years running. Anyway, they were all great events, and glad everybody who got to come out was there. And if you didn't, hope you can join us next year. We're working on our spring party and Easter egg hunt, which is only 2 short months away, Sunday, March 13th from 2 to 4. And of course, we always welcome extra volunteers, anybody that might want to help out. We'd love to have you join us. And also, we have coming up the Taste of Indian Head event and the parade around the Village Green on Saturday, May 14th. Anyone interested in volunteering to help out for the day, please contact me via email, which is karen@townofIndianhead.org. I don't have anything else other than my Crime Solver friends are here, which I'm excited that they are. Thank you all for coming out. They're awesome. It's an awesome organization. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. The next community activities meeting, committee meeting will be on Tuesday, January 12th, 7 o'clock here in the building, and you'll be treated to a meal. and some dessert, and we'll get rolling for 2016. So, and again, thank you, Crime Solvers, for being here. Appreciate it. Any questions? Nope.
All right, thank you. Moving on to community policing.
Good evening, everybody. Actually, the one thing that in December that came up that is kind of distressing, everybody knows that I tell everybody to lock their doors on their vehicles and stuff like this. Well, last month alone, 12 vehicles were left unlocked by 12 different families and households. And each one of those unlocked vehicles was entered into and things were taken out of said vehicle. That's kind of distressing because in a small community that we have, and I've been preaching it day in and day out, and meetings and everything like that, and still people leave their cars unlocked. The number one thing that they said was the reason is because they felt safe in the community, which is good. We do a decent job, but these are targets of opportunity. And if you leave your vehicle unlocked, then people will come by and see if there's anything valuable. Now, unfortunately, one of the vehicles that was hit just got done Christmas shopping. So all the presents that they bought were taken out of the car. Now, just to prove kind of a point, how many people think, how many cars are in the parking lot outside? 23. And out of those 23 cars, guess how many are unlocked out in there? 2. So 2 people out of 23 left their car unlocked. So theoretically, if someone was trying to take things out of the car, they could go up to that car, open the door, take the chain to GPS, the identification, registration, and everything like that out of the vehicle. Now, I'm not going to embarrass anybody about which 2 vehicles are left unlocked, but there are 2 vehicles in the parking lot this very second that are unlocked. Now, I know this is a safe community and everything like that, but here I go again to say, guys, you have to lock your doors. It is a safe community, but you have to do your part to make it even safer. And to make it safer is just to lock your doors. They're not breaking windows. They're not, slim jimmying the cars. They're just walking up, testing the door, and seeing if it's unlocked. So just like the little experiment today, as we're sitting in this nice, cozy, warm town meeting, there's 2 vehicles in the parking lot right now out of 23 that are unlocked. So please, please, please lock your doors. Don't keep anything valuable in your cars. If you have something valuable in your car, have it out of sight. GPSs are a big thing to take. iPods, DVD players, computers, cell phones. You got to be smarter than criminals. And criminals aren't that smart. They're just checking doors, and if they're unlocked, they're going in and taking everything out of it. So please, all I can say is lock your doors. And hopefully, next month, we don't have 12 cars that were broken into with presents and everything taken out of right before Christmas. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir. Actually, there's a few areas in town. 5 areas. Actually, yes. One victim went out to his vehicle and found 2 black males in his car. They exited his car and ran off. Nothing was taken, so he didn't call the police. Which is helpful also if you do run into a situation where you find someone committing a crime to you and you're a victim, please report it. Call us. We enjoy coming out there and chasing people. So, which comes into my second point. If you see something, say something. Call us, which is going to feed right into the Crime Solvers. Anybody else have any questions? Anything? Lock your doors. Yes.
I just wanted to say that there was a serial killer who would go up to houses, test to see if their doors were unlocked, and if the doors were unlocked, they would go in and kill the people. So lock your doors.
Very important.
That's a horrible story, and that did not happen here. We don't have a serial killer here, by the way. Okay, anything else? All right, thank you.
Moving on to briefings from Charles County Crime Solvers.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Craig Hickerson, and I am a current and active member of the Charles County Crime Solvers. And Karen, thank you for the intro. I appreciate that very much. Karen Williams, along with Betty Turner and Sheriff's Officer Sergeant Tim Miner, I believe. Sergeant, correct? Sergeant Miner is our liaison between the Sheriff's Office and the Crime Solvers Board. Briefly, let me give you a description of Crime Solvers and who we are and what we're all about. It is a national organization, and it's divided up into many little small pieces of the pie, towns, counties, cities, boroughs, whatever you want to call them, all across the United States. And Crime Solvers basically is an organization that pays out funds to those who provide tips for crimes that have already been committed. These funds are paid to folks who provide these tips, and these tips are verified, and the action leads to an arrest or an apprehension, at which point our board convenes and determines what to pay out for the tip that was provided. Those funds can be paid out in increments up to $1,000 per tip. So there's a call that's received or a text from an anonymous person who wants to provide a tip about a crime that was committed. Detective Miner, he is the liaison between the Sheriff's Office and the Crime Solvers Board, so he would receive the tip either through text or telephone call, and then he gathers the information, and then when we convene, he'll provide the details to us as it related to the specific tip that was received, and then the board determines how much to pay out for the information that led to the arrest. This organization has grown leaps and bounds. The tips that come in are in its early and infant stages. We're few and far between, but with the hard work and efforts of so many different people in the community and the members of the Crime Solvers, it has grown exponentially, and we're all very proud to work and serve with the Crime Solvers. And let me stress, please, that the Crime Solvers it's a nonprofit, independent organization that receives zero funding through the Sheriff's Department or any other county, town, or government agency. It's 100% funded through donations, contributions, and fundraisers that we are actively engaged with throughout the year. And we also, we have a couple of different events that are our chief and major fundraisers throughout the course of the year, which does help to provide a lot of the monies that we need so desperately to raise to be able to reward these folks who call in. It is a very successful program, and I'm very proud to be a member of it. And before I leave after my brief description here, I just want to remind everyone that please, over here on our table this evening, we have a pamphlet that essentially describes what Crime Solvers is and how we function, and it goes into a little bit more detail of exactly who and what we are, and it also has information should anybody want to be interested in Crime Solvers or even consider a donation or a contribution. All of that information is contained in our flyer. And in addition to that, I would like to also mention in April of this year, the 22nd to be specific, we will be having a fundraising event that will partner us with the Blue Crabs